Hey everybody, welcome to More Geek Than Gay. Edward here. And I know, we were supposed to have an episode yesterday. Didn't happen. More to come on explanations on that. But just you got another week to do your homework. There you go. You've got one more week to do your homework on that. So, without any further ado, it is time for me to get us into this week's episode. Yay, this week's episode. Cue music.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Wiggly woggly, tiny whiny stuff.
Okay.
Oh, recording? Oh.
Yep, I hit record.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Hello, welcome to More Geek Than Gay. I'm Joseph.
Hi, I'm Edward.
And you've come to this week's installment.
Ta-da! But it's been more sketchy than normal with the scheduling, mainly because I have to admit I have a lot going on right now on my plate that has to be taken care of. And I just had to prioritize. That's really what it comes down to. So what's been going on with you?
Which means that's why we're not doing daily, which, you know, he made that rule before even asking if it was possible. Asking me anything. He makes that announcement unbeknownst to me. And as you guys can see, the daily thing doesn't work. So we'll figure out our schedule.
What a weird week you've had.
Exactly. I have a busy week, as always.
Okay.
Just gearing up for this Sunday.
That other thing had nothing to do with how your week was.
No, I just had to put in my 2 cents about your schedule.
Okay.
And what you want, which is not feasible.
Okay.
My week, let's see. Darts, lost at darts. I'm Mr. Biggie. Getting ready for this weekend. This Sunday is AIDS Walk Phoenix, and Joshua Tree has the red ribbon this year, and that leads off the the walk. So just getting ready for that. That's about it. I'm trying to think of anything else. Nothing else really.
Oh, okay.
I could think of. Mr. Biggie had Mr. Biggie had a very good morning. He ventured out all the way into the living room and into
the living room.
Well, no, he drank some water.
Just one big room.
Yeah, but he came all the way over to the roommates that dare not speak his name's chair.
Yes. And
So-
he ate some of the food out there.
All 3 food dishes, he went and checked it out because, you know, hey.
Each one has the same food, so it must be different.
Yes.
And I don't know why. I just want to call him Moisha. And I don't know why. He looks like a Moisha to me. And it dawned on me that I could call him whatever I wanted to. He's deaf as a deaf cat. It doesn't really matter. Does it, Moisha? Yay, Moisha! So, ta-da! That was actually a good thing when you, I mean, yes, you lost at darts, but you guys, played, the number 1 or number 2 team. And
Number
took a lot
3
of
team.
points.
We played the number 3 team.
They're down to number 3? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And we took...
Because I know how that team plays.
Yeah, we took 6 points out of 15 from them.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It probably annoyed them.
And we made them play until 9:10.
And they don't like playing past 8:30.
8:45.
8:45. Oh, they
Yeah, they're willing to
extended
go. Yeah, they're willing to go. They're willing to go to 8:45, but they don't. They're not happy when they go past 8:45.
Okay.
You're just gonna take this lantern down, aren't you? You're so filled with love, you want to rub against anything, including a lantern.
He just wants his chin scratched.
Yeah, he is a chin cat.
He's very much a chin cat. He's also a jump up on you in the middle of the night and walk across you cat. See if that wakes you up so you can give him either food or chin scratching. It's lovely. Especially since he does have his back claws still.
He's got his front claws, too.
Yeah, the front claws don't hit me as much as the back claws. The front claws are just cold. He has the coldest little feet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, cold little feet, scratch, and then he moves on. It's the back claws. I mean, I don't believe in declawing cats, so I'm glad about that. But at the same time, it's the back claws that don't ever seem to fully retract. And so they're the ones that get to scratch me in the middle of the night.
Well, he's old.
He's old.
He's purring.
He's purring. He's very much purring. Or the parking lot cat yesterday was purring too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He came out of the parking lot to go stand with me while I was there. And I'm going, Chester, go back to where you're supposed to be. Hi, Lurky. Oh, well. Lurky is just, okay, there's his tail for those of you who are watching. Yeah, but, well, we got Lurky here too. So, anything else with your week?
That's it. Nothing but meetings. Nothing about like I said, just getting ready for AIDS Walk this Sunday.
Okay. Now, did you watch the Avengers trailer?
No.
You are one of the only ones who did not watch the Avengers trailer.
Because it is illegal. It was leaked. And that makes it illegal, so no, I don't watch anything illegal.
I believe that Disney gave up and just officially released it yesterday.
Yeah, but the link that you put on the on Facebook was the illegal link.
The link I put on Facebook was and on Twitter was a link to a website, and if that link happened to be still going, if the video still happened to be there, then so be it. The website was. I just linked to a website. I did not download and post it or anything like that. It
was not officially done. That it was leaked. It was illegal.
Yay, Ultron! Yay!
You can't see me anyways because Biggie's in the way.
Yeah. Now you can't see either one of us.
No, you can see me now.
Oh. Yay, Ultron! Yay! Ultron's actually one of my favorite Avengers villains.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were kind of thinking that... A lot of people who don't, I think, really get the comic books or something were thinking, oh, it's just going to be Ultron. They're going from fighting a god to they're eventually going to be doing, most likely, the Infinity Gauntlet, which is like this creature of all creation type thing, and now they're just gonna just fight some evil robot. Ooh. And it's like, no. Ultron is actually, like, first of all, he's incredibly kick-ass for an evil
just a robot.
Yeah. As a robot, just by himself, even the Hulk is, like, challenged because he's made out of adamantium, which is that indestructible material that Wolverine's claws and everything are made out of.
Oh, so he's adamant?
Yes. And he's incredibly smart, and he's not hampered by anything like morals or stuff like that. So
because he's a robot,
and he just doesn't really have any feelings for humans, except for his father. He has daddy issues, and that's honestly part of what makes him even more scary. Is he's a robot? He's an evil robot with daddy issues, who also kind of, by extension, has figured out that he has mommy issues too. So we should be...
So there's a male and a female scientist that made him?
No. There's a male scientist that made him, but he has a wife. And he decided that Janet Van Dyne, who is the Wasp, was his mother. He thinks of her as his mother. And there's this... His daddy is... Hank Pym, who is going to be the upcoming Ant-Man. He's going to be in the upcoming Ant-Man. We don't know what version of Ant-Man they're going to use. But Hank Pym is going to be in there. And that's the guy who created Ultron. And then somewhere the Vision gets involved in this. Oh, Ultron created the Vision. And the Vision is in also this upcoming movie. Then the Vision gets married to Scarlet Witch, so now Ultron kind of has a soft spot for the Vision and the Scarlet Witch to a degree, because he kind of thinks of her as his daughter-in-law.
It sounds like a soap opera.
He has family issues.
Are we watching, the soap opera?
He's a robot with family issues.
This is a soap opera, isn't it not?
And while he's having family issues, he'll just kill everybody in a country. Which he did. He killed a small European country because they weren't family, nor were they robots.
So it's a soap opera. I decided it's a soap opera.
All of Marvel is a soap opera. All of Marvel is a soap opera. So
soon somebody's going to go and,
X-Men is a bad Spanish soap opera. Okay? That never ends. But soon somebody's going to go in.
Somebody will, you get decapitated and still father a child out of wedlock to the son of the daughter's best friend.
I believe that's probably already happened.
I'm sure it has.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch and her robot husband had children that were imaginary.
There you go. Soap opera.
That then weren't imaginary.
Comic books are soap opera for geeks.
That's and fantasy football is D&D for jocks.
Exactly.
I just want to get that out there. Although I would play a football D&D game. That would be interesting. Where you had to roll stats and you built your team, and I'd be all for that.
We'll talk to Marcy about that.
Yeah.
Marcy's the D&D writer, so talk to her about that.
Yeah. None of this fantasy football crap. I want to build a football player. And have him have, elven cleats. Or something.
Oh. What, and have the ears stick out to the side because you're basically, you made it out of elves?
Well, no, elven cleats, elven shoes, you can pass through things undetected.
No, elven cleats mean that they're made by elves because,
Well, yeah, they're made by elves.
Yeah.
They're not made from elves.
Exactly, made by elves.
So
you have their skin, and so what do you do with the ears? Because they're long and pointy.
No, that would be if it was made from elves.
Exactly. Made by elves.
Made by elves, not from elves.
Made by elves.
It may be made
and they got
from
ears,
kobolds.
too.
It may be made from kobolds, though, because...
Kobolds?
Kobolds. Because kobolds are pretty easy to kill, and you got to do something with that leather.
Okay, so let's go on.
Yeah. So, what else you got?
Nothing.
You got nothing. Yeah, we're not caught up on Diddley.
Doctor Who.
We're caught up on Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
It was a good episode.
The first one I liked.
Well, hey.
The first one I liked of this new Doctor.
I don't remember what the episode was.
It's the one about the two-dimensional beings.
Oh, the two-dimensional beings. I liked that one.
Yes.
I remembered that I liked it. I could not remember what the episode was. But, and he turned into the cube.
A little itty-bitty,
Well, the TARDIS turned into the cube from the Hellraiser series.
A little itty-bitty thing.
No, it's actually only about the size of the cube.
A little itty-bitty thing.
And I can't remember what the cube is called from the Hellraiser series. There's a name for it.
I don't know.
I don't remember what the name is.
The cube?
The cube from the Hellraiser
series.
series. Ta-da! But we'll probably talk more about that episode later.
Oh?
Or you wanted to... Because you didn't sound like you wanted to talk about it now.
Well, there is no later. I don't know what you're talking about. By the time we record again, which will be next Thursday, it's going to be the new episode.
So do you want to talk about it now?
Well, we already are.
Okay, then what would you like to say about it?
I like the episode. It's the first one I liked of this new Doctor.
Okay, you said that.
That's all I have. That is all I have. I mean, it wasn't, you know... Oh, the one thing I did get a kick out of the fact that they pulled a Matt Smith. The first episode of Matt Smith as him as the Doctor, when he talks to that giant eye thing, and he says that this planet is protected by me, something, you know, basically this planet is protected by me. This Peter Capaldi's Doctor took him the fourth episode. Instead of saying this planet is protected by me, he said this plane is protected by me, because there are three, you know, but we're four-dimensional, aren't we?
Yeah, it's arguable.
Yeah,
We're more than two, I'll tell you that. And
So-
they were two-dimensional creatures.
yeah. So, you know, they took a Matt Smith line and changed it, and he repeated the same thing.
I really liked the Monsters of the Week. They were two-dimensional creatures that were very destructive. And we couldn't really fully understand what they were doing.
No.
Yeah, because they're two-dimensional. Who the hell knows what they're doing?
Exactly.
But, so, I kind of, like I said, I liked this episode. The shrinking TARDIS was, like, cute. I'm not sure it was really, but, you know, hey. If that's what I got to pick on, then that's nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yay. Although, I did think that Clara seemed to understand how to use a sonic screwdriver really easily.
Yes.
She just, like, wow, because she seemed to also kind of indicate that she hasn't used it before, and then suddenly she's just using it.
Well, after all, you know, these few months of being the companion, and how often the Doctor uses the damn sonic screwdriver, he uses it way too much.
Well, yeah, and the psychic paper.
Yeah, I do like the psychic paper, but that one guy did not. The sonic paper didn't work on him.
Because of all the shenanigans that were going on with the two-dimensional world, if I recall correctly.
But it worked with everybody else. Just that one worker did not see.
Yeah, but I think at that time they figured out that there was even more energy being drained and it was causing even more problems. Because I think that's when the TARDIS started having even more problems.
Yeah.
So, and Mr.
Mr. Biggie has taken over. Or, I don't know, can you see you?
No.
I can see me.
No, yeah, it's just Mr. Biggie McMoisha. Well, okay, now I can't even lean over and be seen. But, hey, hi, Mr. Biggie. You're deaf as a deaf cat. There we go. He's moving on. So, anything else?
No, that's all
Doctor
I got.
Who?
No,
I don't even remember what the preview is for the next episode.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember.
Oh, wait, it was like some school field trip.
School field trip?
Yeah, it was a bunch of
Mr.
kids.
Pink's gonna be back?
Yeah, Mr. Pink's going to be back.
Oh, that's good.
And they were on some sort of field trip. It looked like they were in the zoo? The London Zoo, or a park that's turning into the zoo? I don't know.
Oh.
Because there was animals, and there was a lot of foliage.
Then we got to see Missy again real quick.
Yes, yeah.
After being missing for like an episode or two.
2 episodes. And then, of course, you know, Pink made his, you know, I'm here telephone call.
Don't forget, I'm part of the cast.
Yeah.
I'm here. So, but...
Oh, and then we saw Project Runway, which was just basically a lead up to the finale, which is tonight.
Which actually, in my opinion, looks like it's starting to become a lead up to the reunion episode.
Well, first we gotta find out who wins.
Yeah. But then we gotta find out what's gonna go on with the reunion episode, because they're teasing, I mean, it looks like she's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, at one point in the preview, on the commercial, it looked like not only does she get up and walk out, so does Emily.
Yeah. Karina?
Corina.
Yeah. So, woohoo! She's truly the gift that keeps on giving on this. I'm loving this. But so it's like, oh yeah, and we're gonna find out who won the Project Runway Fashion Week thing. Yeah, that too. But really curious about how the Karina episode's gonna go.
Yeah.
Especially by that time, everybody will have had a chance to see everything going on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you think that Tim Gunn and Heidi would have seen stuff too because they're producers, but maybe they don't while it's going on.
No, they only see it during the editing.
So they may have actually missed bits of like what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
So this should be truly, truly interesting. But so we'll find out, I guess, tonight who won.
But we won't see it until Saturday.
Yeah. So don't say nothing.
Kind of like we're behind on... Oh, we saw Walking Dead.
We saw Walking Dead. Guess what? They're zombies.
Yeah, the whole church, the priest thing, though.
Oh yeah, the priest. I like the priest ad. He's a coward for most likely some sort of reason. But I like the idea of his character. I have this feeling that they're going to turn him, not necessarily into one of the Walking Dead, but they're just going to turn him away from the idea that I like. But I like the fact that they introduced a man of the cloth. I like the fact that they introduced someone who is a coward. Because I really think that many of these shows truly underestimate the survival instincts of a coward. The brave are the ones that march boldly into being slaughtered. Okay, the cowards and the ones that hide have an amazing ability to survive. So we should be seeing cowards all over the place. Well, we shouldn't actually because they're hiding. Yeah, because they're hiding. But we should be running into them every once in a while, especially if people are searching. Then you'd stumble upon a coward here and there. So I liked his idea, and we still get to see the not Trinity. The name of the town that they were going to. Terminus. And we get to see the Terminus people again.
Yeah, they're not happy.
They're not happy. Terminus, I'm actually not tickled with the Terminus plotline. Because it seemed all like, hey, we're going to Terminus, we're going to Terminus, we're going to Terminus. We're going to spend a whole time about, we got to get to Terminus, and we're at Terminus, and we're getting rid of that plotline in an episode. It's like...
No, because Terminus was bad.
Terminus was bad, but still, it's bad, and we're just getting rid of them in one episode. Terminus is gone. Where the governor lasted for forever.
Yeah, but they had their own place.
And Terminus had their own place?
No, but Rick and the crew had their own. They had the prison by the time Governor was around.
Yeah.
They don't have, a prison or a place. They got a church now.
They got a church now. But
it sounds like they're not staying long at the church.
It doesn't sound like they're staying long at the church.
Because they all agreed that they're going up to Washington, D.C.
For things that maybe will work out that didn't work out at the CDC.
Yeah.
Because it's the same story as the CDC.
Yeah. It's like, okay, did you not learn from the CDC? It doesn't matter. They had fail-safes too, but guess what? That was overran.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm so far enjoying this season more than I have the last, 2. So, and everyone's talking about what sort of a badass What's-Her-Face has become. I cannot remember her name. She travels with the black guy. She got kicked out of the gym.
I want to say Janet or Janice. Anyways, her.
She started out as an abused wife.
Yes.
In the very beginning, now she's like a serious badass, and who blew up Terminus, basically. And everyone's talking about how much of a badass she is, but I'm like, if you've been following along, she's kind of been a badass all of last season.
She's been a badass since the farm. Is when she turned.
Yeah.
Because, she wanted to learn how to shoot. Guns and stuff like that.
Yeah. And You know, she may not make the popular decisions, but whatever decision she makes, she does it in a badass way.
Yeah, like killing those people in the prison because they had the flu.
And then setting them on fire.
Yes.
Because that makes it badass.
All right.
That makes it to where they don't come back.
It looks like we're going to run out of battery soon. So let's go with our top 5.
Hey, top 5.
Do you see what I'm looking at?
I see what you're looking at.
And this week's top 5 list is...
Witches!
Witches!
Witches! Ta-da! And
I actually wrote a list down, but it's not exactly correct.
Because his has more than 5 witches.
I have 7, and then some of them I don't know the names. And I was going to look it up on the interwebs today, and I forgot.
Oh? So you mean, I had my list, and I thought I was going to have to recreate it somehow or try to remember it all, but I found my list right before, because I had it ready for last week just in case we decided to do witches instead of sexy supernaturals. So, I will start.
Okay, and these witches can be fictional or real.
They're just witches.
They're witches.
And as per usual, my witches are in no particular order. So,
Mine aren't either, really. I could put them in order real quick.
So I am starting with Tabitha from the soap opera Passions.
Oh, see, I was thinking of Bewitched.
I know you were. That's how I'm specifying. Tabitha from the soap opera Passions, who was played by Juliet Mills, who had played a witch-like character in the 60s or 70s on The Nanny and the Professor or whatever. She was kind of a Mary Poppins type character.
But Mary Poppins isn't a witch.
Mary Poppins is something. And that ran for like 2 seasons. She came, and then she was Tabitha on Passions for the run of that show, where she was the witch who basically caused a whole bunch of problems, but she was so entertaining. And she had her little doll Timmy. Timmy! Who was played by a little person, who the character was written out of the show. And they actually intended on bringing him back, but he was written out of the show, and 2 days after he was written out of the show, the actor died.
Oh, perfect timing.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I guess Timmy's not coming back.
Timmy! But Timmy's not a witch, so you digressed.
I know, but that was
because
just part
we
of
don't
the
have
whole
that
thing.
much thing.
But she
no,
was
we're digressing. We don't have that much battery.
I loved Tabitha.
All right. Mine, Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks, okay.
The White Witch.
See, we possibly do have a chance of there not being much overlap with our two. I truly thought that
because I'm doing fictional and real.
Okay.
And she is, a self-processed good witch.
Okie dokie.
So, Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Who, still I think she still owns that Mexican place. Does she still own the Mexican restaurant?
I think she does, up in like Sedona.
Up in Sedona. And she still loves to dance with her dress.
Yes.
And on American Horror Story Coven.
And there you go again.
All right,
say
next
you
one.
Want burritos.
Next.
Sabrina from Archie Comics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've always said that when it comes down to the argument of who should Archie be with, Betty or Veronica, the answer is Sabrina.
I thought it'd be Josie.
No, Josie's kind of cool, but Sabrina's a flippin' witch who has, like, cool friends. Sabrina has the coolest friends. She's hot. She's dink-a-dink-a-dink. Although she doesn't do the dink-a-dink-a-dink.
Dink-a-dink-a-dink.
She does.
Dink-a-dink-a-dink. Dink-a-dink-a-dink.
She's got 2 hip aunts that are, like, with it and everything. They just started a new comic book, Sabrina, that kind of is in the same vein as Afterlife with Archie, but it's not in the same world. And in the first issue of that, they give you her first appearance in comic books, where she was a little bit more evil, almost. She was sent forth to be a little bit more malicious, but she became just a good witch. I love Sabrina.
Speaking of good witches, my number 4, the Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay.
Poor Elphaba.
I was wondering if you were going with Elphaba. If calling her Elphaba.
Yeah, it's kind of unofficial. It's unofficial. It's kind of, you can't mention one without the other.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my number 4 is the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba.
Okay. Anything else you want to add about her?
She's a good witch. And
Who played her?
And Dorothy's a bitch.
Who played Elphaba? Who played the Wicked Witch of the West?
a former kindergarten teacher, Margaret something. I can't think of her last name.
I can't either. I know it's not Billy Mays.
No.
Billy Mays was Witchy Poo, who did not make it on my list.
No, but she was a former kindergarten teacher that got that part, and her name is Margaret something. And Adina Menzel was the original Elphaba.
Yes.
And Wicked.
Yes. But, yeah, I feel fairly safe that Witchy Poo's probably not on your list.
No.
Yeah, even though I got nothing against Billy Mays. I love Billy Mays. I just don't have that same soft spot for HR Puff and stuff that other people do. But my number 3 is Baba Yaga.
Ooh.
I love Baba Yaga.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that she lives in a hut with chicken legs.
Uh-huh.
That walks around.
I love playing that song.
What song?
Huh?
What song?
The Hut of Baba Yaga.
I don't know the Hut of Baba Yaga.
I have it.
The Hut of Baba Yaga.
I have it.
Say
somewhere.
it 4 times fast.
I have it somewhere on CD. The band played it when I was back in San Diego.
I don't know. Does it have words?
No.
Because saying the Hut of Baba Yaga would be like really weird to do while marching.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But Baba Yaga is my number 4. No, my number 3. Sorry. Ding! You're number 3.
Tituba.
Tituba.
Tituba. Not Tituba.
I've always heard it called Tituba.
See, I know it as Tituba.
As a matter of fact, when we did Crucible, she was called Tituba. But who knows? Tituba.
Tituba. The original and probably the only witch in Salem.
Okay.
It is a legitimate fact that she was the witch.
And a character in Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
Well, because he took it off of the Salem witch trials.
A lot of
She's
the characters.
She's the one who started the whole Salem witch trials.
Yeah, a lot of the characters in The Crucible actually were historical names from Salem. Goody Proctor and all that, I believe, all were
Real people.
Yeah, not necessarily in the roles that they play in the show or in the play.
But
Crucible.
Tituba was a African slave, and she was the slave of the new preacher and his family.
The Proctors.
Yes.
Because that's who it was, if I recall correctly, in The Crucible. So, who knows? Maybe that's who it was in real life.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. Next.
Okay. My next one is Jennifer from I Married a Witch.
Never heard of it.
She was played by Veronica Lake. It's one of the first of your, like, mortal witch movies and everything. She was cursed. She lived in she was cursed to be in a tree. Lightning hit the tree. She was set free from the tree. She goes and wreaks a little bit of havoc, more playfully and everything, but she ends up marrying this guy and everything. It's a really cute movie. Just got released on Criterion. I believe Criterion.
Never heard of it. I've heard of So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah, it's not the same. And, it's Veronica Lake, and I love Veronica Lake.
Yeah.
But it even precedes Bell, Book, and Candle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of sets the tone for all of those that follow. Bell, Book, and Candle, then Bewitched, then... and I highly recommend it. I have it, it's just... I don't know what box it's in.
Yeah, exactly. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah, I think you would really enjoy it.
Now, this is one of the ones that I did
Oh, she was actually an honorable mention. Oops, I had moved her. Oh, well.
And then...
What you gonna do?
My next one, I don't know, I can't remember her last name, but it's Winifred from Hocus Pocus, Bette Midler.
Oh.
I can't remember her name. I want to say Stanfield, but that doesn't sound right.
Okay.
And that was one of the things I had to look up, but I didn't.
They're making a sequel, supposedly.
Supposedly they're making a musical, but, until I see it.
Yeah.
I ain't believing it.
Yeah, how many times have we been told that Ghostbusters is having a sequel? And now they're supposed to be having an all-girl cast sequel?
Exactly. Well, they can't bring back their, hello, one of the originals died.
And the writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... It's really mainly one person who wants that sequel to be made. Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that that movie is actually based upon his father's investigations? His father was a big paranormal investigator.
Nope.
Yeah.
So you're number one.
Samantha Stevens. Bewitched. Elizabeth Montgomery. Gotta love that. There's I don't even know where else to go with there because you actually got the whole family and everything. If you don't know Bewitched, what can we say?
Exactly.
Yeah, although I kind of like first couple episodes better.
Do you prefer the first or second Darren?
I like the second Darren. I always felt that the first Darren, and that's nothing against the actor, they really changed the way the writing was for him at the time. And I think they did that to accommodate the actors better. But I believe Dick York was the first one.
Yes, and Dick Sargent was
the second one. Yeah. And his Darren was just so uptight, knowing that he married a witch, and and he just was way too uptight about the whole thing. I never could believe that he would have married her, with how much everything just pissed him off all the time about the fact that she was a witch and her family was witches. Where Dick Sargent seemed more exasperated. He didn't seem to be so always like on the edge about the whole thing. It just seemed like, oh, there they do it again.
Yeah.
And I could deal with his. After one season, you gotta just not be annoyed anymore. Or not so, ready to lose your cool.
My number one witch.
If I saw your list correctly, this number one witch may or may not be pleased with being number one on your list.
She'll be pleased.
Okay.
My number one witch is my mother.
I thought that's what I just saw. I cannot believe you listed your mother as the number one witch. If I had listed your mother as the number one witch, I'd be considered the bad guy.
It is because you don't know the story.
I don't know the story.
On my mom's side of the family, all the sisters, because there's 5 girls, 3 boys, 5 girls. Back in the early 90s, they all got together, including the crazy aunt, Yoli, and decided that they're all witches.
Okay, and they got tattoos.
And they got tattoos with the witch's hat.
See, I do know the story.
Exactly. So they all decided that they're witches, and they're supposed to meet once a year, and they're supposed to give off, say who's the head witch and stuff like this, and they do little trips and vacations together and things like that. And then in the late 90s, the daughters of my mom and the aunts and stuff became junior witches. Even though they're in their 30s and 40s, they became junior witches.
Weren't you supposed to be a junior witch?
I
thought you were supposed to get the tattoo.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get the tattoo. There's a talk about some of the boys are supposed to become witches, but that's never happened. So my mom is the number one witch. So there you go. And yes, you will be tagged, Mom, and you will know that I call you a witch, and everybody else knows, all our tens of people will know that my mother is a witch.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. I have, and this is another one that I could not remember. I did not look up. In the movie The Witches, Angelica Houston's role.
Oh, yeah, the one that did. Oh, you're a mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I can't think of her name, but yeah, Angelica Houston, her witch in The Witches, which was a good movie.
Yeah. I had to see Jennifer from I Married a Witch actually had been moved to be an honorable mention. Agatha Harkness was supposed to be on my top 5 from the Fantastic Four. She was the nanny that they hired to watch over their son Ben, and she was a witch. She had a cat. She was from Salem. Yeah. Do you have any other honorable mentions?
Yes.
Who?
Glinda, the good witch.
She's the bitch.
No, Dorothy's the bitch.
No. Dorothy's just an innocent tool. Glinda is the if you're going by Wicked. If we're going by Wicked, Glinda is the evil one that no one should trust as far as they could throw. Okay, oh my god. She is just a horrible, horrible person. Or witch.
Well, yeah, she's a witch.
my last honorable mention is Wendy the Good Little Witch.
Yeah, Casper.
Yeah, she was nice. She was all decked out in red.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where that comes from.
No.
Yeah. But, so, that is my list of witches.
That's all I got, because like I said, I had 7 of them, and we did all the 7. So that's it for this week.
Ta-da!
We will see you next week. In next week's list, you want to tell them so that way everybody can talk and get your list ready for next week, because it's going to be right before Halloween, day before Halloween.
Sure.
And that list is, next week's top 5 will be...
Top 5 Halloween candy.
So, tell us what your list is for the witches this week, and get your list up for next week, so you could go ahead and think about it, because there's a lot of candy out there.
A lot of candy.
Yeah, and peeps don't count for Halloween.
Peeps don't count for Halloween.
No.
Why don't peeps count for Halloween?
Because that's an Easter thing, and I'm
they
not
have Halloween peeps.
I'm not happy about that.
They have Christmas peeps.
I'm still not happy. Peeps or Halloween or Easter.
They have gingerbread peeps.
That's Christmas.
Yes, and they have Halloween peeps.
No, peeps don't count.
If you think peeps are the number one Halloween tree, you go ahead and have peeps as your number one Halloween candy.
Nope, not allowed on the list.
It's perfectly allowed on the list.
Not allowed on the list.
Perfectly fine.
So next time we'll hopefully get to comments, because I don't know if there are any comments.
There have been, and we just didn't get to, because I'm also doing updates on the computer, so I couldn't get them off the computer right now.
Yeah.
So, but we will catch you guys later. Don't forget about Joshua Tree Feeding Program. They're a feeding program for people with HIV and AIDS to help them get food. They also have a sister program that help people feed their pets, so they don't have to choose between feeding themselves or feeding their pets. And their website is www.jtfp.org or www.jtpap.org. And they also have a gala coming up.
Yes, on Wednesday, November 5th.
And they're doing an AIDS walk.
AIDS walk this Sunday. I went ahead and put a link on the website. And
Okay.
There we go. So, good night, goodbye, good morning.
Toodles!
You remember in the 60s when I invented the marsh? Well, now the time has come for me to update that smash. Since I've been out of the fright game for 52 odd years, I invited a new crew to spread spooky cheer. The first to arrive was Dr. Hannibal Lecter. He brought his own date and he seemed to respect her. They hit the dance floor with a jive and a jitter. Then he ripped off her face! He's pulling out her liver!
That's really gross.
Oh my god, what just happened?
He ate her face.
Yes, I know! I saw!
Speaking of saw,
I like to play disgusting games.
he broke his jaw.
That is way too graphic. I'm going to faint. Surely all the other guests won't be this rude. Like this classic monster, a scary hip dude. He's got a kooky style and a spooktastic look. Oh my god, he just hung the waiter on a meat hook. Why?
He's Leatherface.
He's cutting him up with a chainsaw.
It's what he does.
Who is Freddy Krueger?
He haunts your dreams.
Ooh, he sounds like a real spooker.
I murder teens. You can't escape me, bitch.
Language. In my day, the monsters would just give you a spook. Nowadays, it seems they all just want to make you puke. Ah, the human centipede. That sounds like a hit. Wait, the ones in back have to eat the front one's shit? Enough! The party's over. Everybody out. You all have no idea what Spooktober is about. Here comes the Wolfman. He'll show you how it's done. He knows how to be creepy, but he always keeps it fun. No! That was my friend. Why did he meet such a horrifying end? Is it too much to ask to have some monsters dance? It's really quite a hoot if you give it half a chance.
This guy won't let it go. I think it's rather sad. Guys, I feel guilty.
And I also feel bad. Let's give him a couple moves. It's the least we could do.
Okay, places, everybody. And a 1, and a 2.
Look at us dance.
You did the monster dance?
Hey, look, jazz hands.
Don't twist too fast.
skulls are smashed. Oh, great. It's the girl from the ring.
Her heart is black.
Ooh, she really knows how to swing.
I wouldn't look directly at her face if I were you.
Ooh. Oh, well, we tried.
He died doing what he loved. Monster choreography. Hey guys, I know a game we could play. Guys, anyone? No?
Thanks for watching The Key of Awesome. If you want to see all the other Key of Awesomes, click on the link in the description below.
And if you like this video, share it.
And if you want us to parody another song, let us know which one.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And really quick, that was Modern Monster Mash by, I believe, Key of Awesome. They appear to have a channel on YouTube, so go check them out. And that's it. That's all I got to say right now. Gotta get going, gotta get this out. So you have a great day, and we will catch you later. Later.